these are what we're going to be fitting. The Hornig bar risers. Cost £106, including delivery from Germany. Took about 3 days. They look to be very well made. They are 30mm up and 21mm back, and we're going to be fitting them on a 2015 R1200R LC ESA exclusive. The first thing you'll notice is that the bar clamps are nipped up tight at the front and have a gap at the back. This is correct. This is the order in where you put them back on again. The front ones go on first and clamp up, and then you clamp the rear ones up. From all that I've read, these bar risers will probably require some movement of the clutch cable, the braided cable. It's either going to be under the yoke and round the back, or we're going to have to take all the plastic off and reroute the cable from the inside of the frame to the outside of the frame, and then up through the yokes again. But until we strip it off and see where we are with the bars, I won't know which way around we're going to be doing that. So first job, undo the clamps. So clamps removed. Next job, fasten these on. That's the clamps mounted. According to the book, the bolts should be tightened up to 23 Newton. So I'm just going to try the bars in now. So that's the bars back on and clamped up. Again, you must fasten, just nip that up, not too tight, and then the back one should look like that and have a slight gap in it. That's the way it's recommended. At the moment, the cables, I think the clutch is definitely too tight, but the brake cable at full lock still has a little bit of play in there, so it's not pulling it too tight, and that's at full lock. Everywhere else it's fine. So it looks like we're going to have to just do something with the clutch cable. Make sure your clutch fluid reservoir is more or less level, and we're going to undo this and take it away. There are a couple of rubber fastenings here and there just to undo, and then we're going to pull that out, reroute it, and see if it'll come up the inside. A little tip: before you undo this from the reservoir, cover up any paintwork with a little rag, because you might get some of the clutch fluid and it could damage your paintwork. On the end of the clutch cable there are two very small O-rings. Make sure that they're both in the grooves and you haven't left one behind in the reservoir, and be careful when you're pulling it out not to lose them. So I'm not happy with the way that cable's running, so it looks like we're going to have to take off all the plastic and reroute it back from the inside of the frame to the outside of the frame. Just a little tip: all these bolts, there's about 3 different sizes of them, so it's a good idea to make a little drawing, and as you take the screws out, pop them on the drawing. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. It's a little drawing of the side panel of the tank, showing where the screws are, because there are 3 different sizes of screws on there, and if you mix them all up you'll have a bit of fun trying to figure out which one goes where. First of all, you need to take the seats off. Okay, now we've got all these little screws to take out. There's about 7 I think. So we'll start here. I've got the plastic off, and there's the clutch cable in there, which is underneath the frame. We're going to bring it out from there over the top of this and through there. I've managed to pull it through just slightly. It turns out down in there, under there, which is extremely difficult to get to, there's a tie wrap, and I can just see it, but it's impossible to get to without stripping a lot more of the bike down. So have to struggle on and see what we can do. I got it out, and there's the offending article. That's it through the outside of the frame. Now to put it inside the yoke and fasten it up. So all back on again, and all we need to do now is give the lever at least 20 to 30 pumps to clear, hopefully, any air. And that should be it.